Hey, welcome to this week's edition of Copilot Learning. And I am one of your hosts, Mike Giannotti, with
Daryl Rowe. Hey, everybody.
And Daryl, what are we talking about today?
Well, it's going to be a continuation of last week's
That's right.
podcast, right? So learning more about using multimedia, integration in Microsoft 365 and Copilot.
Yeah, so it's kind of, in this one, at least in some of the editing, we get into more of the media piece, but there's certainly Copilot components. So just a quick recap, when we talk about Microsoft and our media stack, end to end, right? Seamless round trip content from creation, like we saw last week, and showing. I actually showed it to a customer yesterday, dragging the PowerPoint in, and they were just like, it was the boom moment, right?
Yeah.
But that seamless round trip from content creation to this week, we're going to talk about editing, and then we're going to talk about dissemination. And certainly Copilot, starts to pop up in everything. And so for this week, we're going to be really focusing on the following two things. Number one, SharePoint media libraries. And it could be just a SharePoint library. I put media libraries just because I want to show how you can create now media libraries made expressly for storing multimedia. But it can be anything. So SharePoint, anywhere where you can store files, whether that's OneDrive or SharePoint, multimedia is a native first-class citizen, and you can open and start to edit right there. And then we'll take a look at the Stream and Clipchamp kind of combination, some of its capabilities and what it can do. And that's it.
Sounds good. I'm gonna learn a lot here as well because I'm new to this stuff, so I'll be listening intently.
It's pretty cool stuff. So let me get out of there, and I'm actually going to start over here. So I mentioned, here's the chat interface, and we saw last week I can come in, click create, and we can start to make video content right here. But once you have content and you want to do some work with it, whether it's a Teams meeting, right? Because we edit Teams meeting. This is a meeting, and it'll be edited. There's a couple of ways that we can seamlessly get at that content. So I'm going to open up. I actually have my own little site here, and before I go into there, this is my little video share. I just had some old videos there. I want to call people's attention to this. When you go in now with SharePoint and say you want to create a document library, we have some templates now out of the box. And one of those is a media library. So if I select that, it kind of gives you an overview. So you can see it's going to generate a thumbnail for you. You can set release date. So you can, because you'll see we can collaboratively work on this as a team. You can share it, other people can get in, you can see the status, approved or not, and it's all right there. So I'm going to go ahead and say you want to use the template. I'm just going to give it a name. I'll leave media libraries. That's its default. You can give it a sensitivity label. I'll just say it's general, and you could write a description if you want and show it in site navigation, and then you sit back.
Okay.
And it's going to create a library that people pay money for media asset management things, and it's all built right in, right? So it says you're almost there. Set up release date reminder 3 days before an item's release date. Power automate flow will send you a reminder to the assigned project lead. I could say don't add them. I'm going to go ahead and say next. And it's doing all this for me out of the box. Again, it's creating this workflow, and it's the same workflow that we might use and call in Copilot. But here we go. And it's looking for permissions here. What? Invalid connection. I want... Let's see. I don't know why it's not letting me do that one.
Pretty needs to just, real, I guess.
Come on. I should have just said it. Skip this for now. But it's going to go ahead, and then once that's set up, it's just nice. It creates this rich media focus. Let's go back. I'm just going to say this, do this later. There we go. So here's the library that you get, and certainly you can see it has a thumbnail here, the name, release date, status, format, right? And you can have multiple formats like MP3, MP4. There's notes. There's rights. Who has the right to use this internally?
Yeah.
This is pretty cool, right? So I can come in here. We'll just upload one. I'll say files, and we will go to, let's see. I'll go to my video folder, videos, and I should have something that's not too long. Big's that? That's 22. That sounds good. So I'm going to go ahead, add that. It's going to upload it to the library. Let that finish. There we go. It's now added. It's going to build area. It already did look at that. Already did a thumbnail. And then I can go in and I can fill out the additional areas. But here's where we get into editing. So far I'm just storing, right?
Yep.
But the beauty with Copilot with media in SharePoint is I simply click. If I click on it right here, so think of we creating a shared area for people to work on and collaborate. It's going to open it up in Stream, right? So here's my video. We have ratings on here. I've got the ability to, it's going to start to do some things. It says I can help summarize. Here are some things you can try. It's actually going behind the scenes first, and it's going to create a transcript. So in the back end, those cognitive services are already going, and they're going to start to work with it. And then right from here, though, I can trim. I can add some interactivity, maybe clickable areas. I can open in the editor, full-blown editor that we're going to go in just a moment. And it's all right there for me, to be able to start to work with. And so that's there. I'm going to go back one step just so we can see one that's already, I'll open one that's already got a, where do I have that? Video share. Yeah, so I'll just open this one. Same thing, but this one should already have, there we go. So this one, it already has done the transcript, and look what we have.
Yep.
Right? Summarize the video, list action items, write a bulleted list of key topics, summarize the video. Copilot's baked in. But again, I can come in here. I can do some basic things like trimming for editing. If I have a need to do a deeper dive, I can click edit, and it's going to bring that on over into the full-blown editor. But it's, whether it's in OneDrive, whether it's in a SharePoint folder, the point is for editing, it's right at your fingertips simply by having the rights and opening any given video. Now here we go. So now I'm in here. And when it saves, it'll save it on back. Any changes I make here, save it on back there for me.
Yeah, so it's literally a one-stop shop. Go in there, you can view, you can edit, upload.
Yeah, and I love it because, again, if you think about, where's the one I had? Did I close it? Oh, yeah, I closed it. But the other one where it was showing all that work there, again, you can now set up dedicated media libraries, dump that stuff in, give permissions for editing. Nobody can see any of the videos until they've been approved and gone through an editing publishing process. You don't even have to move them because, as we're going to see in the next session, you can embed them, you can provide the link, but you can use them in place in other areas, including email, including Teams and other venues where you need to use that video. But your folks who are creating, editing, and collaborating around them. They can do it all right from a SharePoint library now.
That's pretty cool because I get asked that a lot by customers. How do we upload podcasts, stuff like that, edit them? It's built in and it's included in Microsoft 365.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing. It's built right in. And then because it's a library, what's even cooler, what's one of the tabs that we can add on a team's team? You can add, in a channel, you can add SharePoint library.
Yep.
There's your podcast feed. The ones, for your users, so that only a couple of people would be able to see all of it. But then as they approve, finish publishing, then they'll just visibly show up to users and they could grab it in the car on the go.
Yeah. And then with the transcript, which is now in the graph, you can go, it could be discoverable in Copilot, in Microsoft 365 Copilot chat. Yeah. It's beautiful. I'm searching for, a Mike Giannotti video about being AI. I'll find it in the chat. And
that's exactly right. Yeah. Awesome. When you go out and search, it's there. And that's, to me, this is just this end to end. It's just, there's nobody else doing this stuff. And that's what I love. We were actually in a meeting earlier about a competitor and, they're not doing this kind of stuff, but we are. So that's number one, is actually working with libraries. And I'll just want to pop one last time before I show, we get into the other direct view. And so again, that's what the library looks like. Then you're going to fill out the data. And if you click finish setup here, it would walk me through setting up that alert. And then I'd be able to also, for the alerts, I could change the frequency. The default's 3 days before publishing, scheduled publishing. So
also all those audio summaries in Word, you can upload these in here as well, right? The MP3s, the AI generated podcasts.
This is a media library. Yeah, you're exactly right. So if I came, let's do one more. I think I have one. In fact, I know I do. I have a MP3 on, where did I have that? I had it here. I had it. Oh shoot. I don't know where I put it. I had I had a MP3. Maybe I have it showing here. Oh, there we go.
Podcast folder as well, I think, then we generate as well. So
so here you go. It's uploading an MP3 audio podcast. And this is from a PDF turned into a Word doc that I did the audio overview. Now, it's not going to give you, in this case, a thumbnail. Although if I come in and edit, I could manually add one. But because it's, there is no video for it, but all the same attributes are available. And then, somebody wants to come in, they click it, they open it. It's going to open up right in Stream.
Very cool.
All right. So that's that. The other area is right here where I can start to create videos. But it's all in the, should have it open. There we go. So if you look on your waffle here, and if you don't see it, you can go to more apps. If you click Stream, it'll bring you to there. It'll actually bring you the classic or older view. I'm in the new one here, but with this, it allows me to create and edit videos. So if I select edit, right, I can do a text to speech. I can come in here. I can open any of these individual videos. But it's really what it's going to do is open up the Clipchamp interface. And again, you could just go straight to that. And here we go. So from the Clipchamp UI, you click Video Project. And then this is what this is going to look like. Right in here, you're able to import videos. When you're though in, Stream, it brought me into here, but right from here now, I can come in and I can do a couple of things. So first of all, I'll click My Media. I can import media. So I'll just take that one that we saw previously. I will bring that one here because it's pretty small. It's going to upload. So you can upload a range of videos. You can upload an audio file, images in here, and you drag them out onto your timeline, right?
Yep.
Always we have the create video with it, but we're doing an editing function here. So there we go. I'll go ahead and drag that. So now I can start to do things, but we have a couple of options. So it says add audio, right? There's already an audio track with this, but let's say I wanted to mute that. So I'm going to go ahead and mute. And now I want to add a talk track that we've been working on. I can actually come here under record and create, and they have a thing for text to speech. So I can certainly just record my voice, do these others. But if I open text to speech, I'm going to get this window over here. Lets me pick a language. I can hear the voice.
Yeah, I don't hear that. I think you're going to switch your audio on. But
did I? Oh, I didn't do share with. Let me try one more quick time. Select. There we go. Tell me if you hear it.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story.
So you have here a wide range of voices, right, that you can choose from. I mean, there's a lot of voices. And so you can choose one of those. I'll just keep the default. You can choose from languages, and all of our language packs are supported. So if you need to have it in different languages, you can go ahead and do that. And we simply take and copy and paste the text for that right in here. So I could either type, and I'll just say, welcome to the Copilot learning series with Daryl Rowe and Michael Chinati. But you can copy and paste. Typically, that's what you're going to do when it's a much bigger one. You can go ahead and put that in. Then you can preview it.
Welcome to the Copilot Learning Series with Daryl Rowe and Michael Gennady.
And notice that didn't sound like a robot talking.
No.
It's the same female voice, that default one, as is the one when we do the audio overview from Word.
Yeah, it's very good.
The intonations and all that. So, and then when I'm done, I can say save, and it's going to go ahead and save that particular piece. So that's in the very beginning here.
Welcome to the Copilot Learning Series with Daryl Rowe and Michael Gennady.
So if I have, even if maybe you want to create a standardized intro or something, you can do text to speech. It uses that AI one, so it's not just strictly, reading. It's giving some intonation to it. You also, though, just so you know, it has vocal pitch, so you can do that. You can adjust that. You can adjust the pace on it, and that's pretty much it for there. But it's going to provide you a great way to go ahead to do your edits, and then once you're all done with this, not a whole lot about Copilot in this particular section, other than you can generate a transcript out of it here. It'll reason across the video and generate a transcript based off of what's here. And then when you're all finished, you can go ahead and say, elect to export. Do you want it stored in the cloud? Do you want it 4K, 1080p? Do you want to just download it, give it the name? And then when you're done, you select. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this in just 1 sec. Oh, keep editing. There we go. Get out of there. Yep. And That's it. And then that's how you go ahead and quickly do some editing here. So the beauty with this editor, let me just go back real quick. You know, any of these videos that you're seeing in that stream view, whether here or in the new view, I wish they'd just cut over and be done with it.
Yeah.
Make it so much easier. But wherever you're seeing them, it's a matter of either simply coming in and, you know, you can import them, open them from OneDrive, or you could select the videos right from here as well. So quick, easy.
Yep.
That's it.
So I got to admit, the text-to-speech thing's really impressive. So you could actually have multiple languages, right? Different language tracks.
Yes.
So get Copilot to translate the text and copy paste, and you can have multiple training videos, different languages.
Because what it does is once you click save, it creates the audio file.
Yep.
That's then it becomes a resource, an asset, media asset. Yep. It lays it. You can, you know, move it around. But yeah, to your point, you could do that multiple times. That's great call out.
Yeah. That's I mean, with working with a lot of customers about training content and multiple time zones and multiple languages and multiple countries. It's always a challenge, right? So
yeah,
makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, and you could, you know, now that you mentioned that, you got me thinking real quick. Here we go. So, you know, we had this particular one here. You could do you know, where somebody says something in the primary language and then somebody translates it. You could do kind of that thing.
Yeah.
Or you could take, like in a Word doc, right? Have the Word doc in the one language, drop it in here, spit out the video, translate the Word doc, reopen, spit out version 2, Spanish version, Mandarin version, whatever, and just very quickly cycle through.
Very cool. Because the other thing is you could probably get a transcript of one thing, copy the transcript, translate it. So there's multiple ways you could do this.
The world's your oyster. Yeah, and I just love it. So, you know, that's all I got for this one. This was a short one. The next one is on dissemination and how you can put stuff out, which gets into libraries, web parts. I'm looking at it over here. In Office and Outlook and other places, and Viva, you know, when we talk about Engage, Learning, Amplify, it's a whole, once you create this stuff and edit it and it's ready for prime time, it's then pushing it out. So
it's good. It's very, very cool. I've learned a lot. I didn't know any of this stuff existed, so I've learned quite a bit.
Cool. All right. Well, you know, for those who are out there, I hope this was helpful to you. You know, again, short and sweet for today. And just a couple I'll just quickly point out, because this is a full-fledged video editor that, guess what? If you're Microsoft 365 customer licensed, you have this. You have this editor. You know, I showed, you know, media. I can assemble media, upload, import from OneDrive. They have the additional features I can add to or from scratch. Screen and camera, so picture in picture. I can do just a webcam of me. I can do a screen recording a process or something, or record just audio. We had the text to speech that we just did. We also can do text overlays, right? So I can do various things. Like I might want to say, okay, I'm going to add a piece of text, and then it's going to, here it is right there. And I could go ahead and put that on top of it. There it is. And then I can go in, edit the text, and I can have text appear, disappear, highlight stuff. They have a whole music library of royalty-free music, and you can do searching on different things, but each one allows you to come in and quickly listen. And if you like it, simply add it, and then you can, you know, stretch it, have it play longer, whatever the case is. whatever you're looking to do, you can come in, mess with that. It also has stock video. If you are missing something or you want to use like a cool intro, they've got art, they've got different pieces, and you can, quickly take a look at it. If I click, see more, now it's showing a number of them. Here's water. I wish I was in that blue water. So you have all that available to you. They have stock imagery that you can grab as well, and it's topically organized. So tons of that. They have templates for different layouts, right? So you can say create a template from a project or import a template. And then graphics, I almost forgot. So pointers, things of that nature that you want to drop on top. They have that. They have brand kit. So if you create a brand kit, and since we work at Microsoft, guess what?
Yeah.
They already have some brands, or I can import one or create my own brand kit here that'll be available for users. And then it just lets you go in and do all this. And finally, here's the video project I'm working on, but I can certainly go up to the, higher level, pull up different ones, and again, continue to edit. So I'm going to shut up.
That's really, really powerful stuff.
All right. Well, with that, this is Mike.
And this is Daryl.
And I hope you're, starting to use some of these assets you have on hand to start to create some compelling content for your team, your division, your company.
Yeah, definitely going to share this with my customers because I think they're going to love it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. Ciao.
Thank you. Take care.